make the case for Caleb Sarong's game for us?
I just thought Sarong was the constant all game, particularly at stoppage. I think he had 10 clearances, or it was 9 or 10 clearances, and he was just it sort of wasn't even about numbers with Sarong. I'll get these numbers up in a sec, but it was so he's had 33, 10 clearances, 16 contested. He kicks a goal from stoppage, and just when they were really battling early, I thought that he was one that just kept fighting the fight, and then he kicked that big stoppage goal. I think with 10 minutes to go, we're still only a goal of difference. So the game was never as easy as it looked. I mean, I know they got jumped and led by, I think it was close to 40 points, but
it was 41.
There you go, 41 points. A big margin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6-6 to 1 behind.
It's a big margin. So to see them just chip away and grind away and keep turning, keep the wheel turning, I thought Sarong was a major player in that. And I don't think we talk about him enough. I've compared him to a young Lachie Neale. I think he is exactly Lachie Neale of 5 years ago. Full credit to Fremantle for making him look poor and for that constant and consistent driving the ball inside forward 50. I think it was something like 52 inside 50s in the last 3 quarters of footy. So well done to them for engaging in the fight. Sarong, Brayshaw, the same names we talk about a fair bit. I thought there was a big tackle made just before half time. It was Lachie Schultz on Caleb Daniel. And he didn't just run him down. He come flying in at an unbelievable speed and cut him in half. And I thought, well, there's a little statement. There's a little statement. And things seemed to turn from that moment onwards. So, the Dogs, they couldn't stick a tackle in the third quarter. Fremantle walked through them. And then once they got on a roll, that was it.
And the last part of the Fremantle thing, I thought, in what they got right, the Jai Amos selection they got right, didn't they? What about Sonny Walters playing a game like that this far in? I wouldn't have predicted that. And I sort of don't want to go overly, but not having Taberner there in the form that he's been in, they were a better look rather than defaulting to what they feel obliged to. I think they made good calls at selection. They get a nice result from it.
So you got to have selection integrity, don't you? As soon as you just pick players because you think they'll be okay or they'll turn or something will give, you lose control of your group. So the youngster coming in, hang on, he's prepared to play him instead of him. Wow, we better spike. Sonny Walters probably thinks, hang on, I better do a couple of things here. Like some of the, Frederick's chase on Ed Richards, it's just next level. You don't see it you didn't see it with the Dogs, put it that way. Didn't mean as much to the Dogs in the last 3 quarters as what it did to the Fremantle Dockers. And I think the crowd played their part in that too. They were just terrific.
And so they knew that this is the bit that I love. So there was a stage on Saturday where the Collingwood crowd sort of took control of the environment. I thought it's so incisive that a group of supporters know this is their moment to alter the environment of the game. And I thought the Fremantle crowd, it only took 2 goals.
Yeah.
So they were still 30, they went 40, 30, they were still 33 points down, but the environment of the game had changed and they played a role in that.
But even with 10 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go in the game, it was a goal. The gap was a goal. It felt like it was 6 goals.
Oh, the game was over.
Yeah. It was a strange feeling given that it was only 1 score.
Kudos.
I think that I don't want to talk about him too much, but huge opportunity now for Fremantle. The Collingwood have had the disappointment, the unbelievable disappointment of the investment of the weekend, and I think this is why Craig McRae's really onto them to get over that quickly. Can Caleb Sarong come over and do this again and do what Lachie Neale has done for Brisbane and rip the heart out of a midfield that's, I think, gettable? Without Taylor Adams there now, the Collingwood midfield presents a little opportunity. Can they come and do it? Big opportunity for Freo now.